Hello everyone. It's me on air, Roxalana, and I'm glad to welcome you on this masterclass for hand-sewn buttonhole in a keyhole shape. So this masterclass is gonna consist of three steps. The first one step is all about threads and everything that I'm using, like special tools and gadgets. So there's gonna be a couple life hacks about that. Second step, we're gonna make actually everything for making our buttonhole. So it's like preparing for the making buttonhole. And the third step, of course, actually making it. So while everybody is connecting and while everybody is trying to reach and get to this masterclass, I want to tell you a couple things where I actually making my buttonholes. First of all, I'm using hand-sewn buttonholes on my trousers, but only when I'm making bespoke method. If it's MTM, I'm using my sewing machine, which I showed you in my Instagram live. There is a special machine for that. So, and my advice is actually ask your client about it, because I extra charge for that because it's totally handmade and it's taking my time and my effort to making it. So I hope this masterclass will be very useful for you and you're gonna learn a lot from this. Let's begin.
Let's start by reviewing the threads. I use silk threads for making my buttonholes. I use good amount thread. It's 100% silk. Thread thickness around 30-40. This thread is elastic and knits the knot well. Creates the effect of a one-piece buttonhole. Silk threads is hard to find and not every store has it. That's why other threads are well suited for replacement. Thread Gutaman Mara 100% polyester, thickness 30. This thread is very similar to silk thread, has a slight shine and also knits a good knot. We'll make the buttonhole with this thread. It's good for training. And the third thread we'll consider is Seraphil number 30. It also looks like a silk thread. All three threads are well suited for buttonholes. You need to choose a thread with which you will get beautiful buttonholes. Let's move on to the second part, where we'll look at how to make a gimp and prepare the buttonhole. You need to make a gimp that will be the basis. This is how the gimp in the buttonhole looks like. It can be different thicknesses. Everything depends on the fabric. There is an advantage of hand making. We can make a gimp of any color. It is convenient because gimps in store can be particular color and make different thickness. This can regulate the buttonhole density. Let's move on to the making of a gimp. To do this, we will use different threads. The gimp will be of medium thickness for costumes. We take 5 threads of 30 thickness. Thread can be taken in the color of the fabric. We will use threads of different colors, which can make structure of the gimp visible. In order for the gimp to twist well, we add another 5-6 threads with 120 thickness. Take a bunch of threads and tie one end with a knot and fasten it in a heavy object. In our case, it's a weight. We tie the second end of the beam with threads to the pan. We make a light tension and twist until it acquires the desired density. You have to feel the tension of the gimp like a string. In order for the gimp not to twist, you need to take on a stable shape. You need to rub it with beeswax. Rub well so that the wax soaks into the gimp, and then go to the iron. We need to steam the gimp. Put it in the ironing cloth and iron it through. After processing, it takes on a stable shape and doesn't twist. This operation needs to be done 2-3 times. Cut off the gimp and scrunch the ends so that they don't come undone. Our training buttonhole we will make on the piece of fabric. Let's mark our future buttonhole. We need to make keyhole button shape. For that, we're gonna use punch tool. There are different kinds of these tools. You can buy such a puncher in the hardware store. For the keyhole, we need a punch with a diameter of 3 mm. Put thick leather or sort of plastic under the loop. Punch in the keyhole. Next, we cut out the buttonhole. Here, each tailor has its own way. I cut it with a chisel from the keyhole and then cut the loop to the right size. The result we pre-webbed with a thin thread in the color of the base. To do this, we use an ordinary buttonhole stitch, 1.5–2 mm. We make an overview of the processed holes. Accuracy is not important. We do so that the cut doesn't come out. Below the loop, anchor the gimp. A bit rightish for a couple of centimeters, anchor the thread. Put the hole on your index finger and open it slightly. Place the needle under the hole cut and throw the loop clockwise so that the gimp is inside the loop when you tighten in the knot. Let's look at how this made in slow motion. Several rules need to be applied for a beautiful finish. First, stitch width. Width depends on the thread and wave of fabric. On average 2 mm plus minus. Second, the distance between stitches. It should be the same, about half a millimeter. Third, tightening the knot. The knot must be tightened at one angle and with the same force so that they are the same. I did a few stitches for viewing. Note that the knot needs to be laid at the top of the gimp. Try to follow 3 rules. For training, use different color of threads, gimps and fabric base to see mistakes. Let's see how the knot is knitted again. We got to the top. Here we need to take a step around the circle, no much more than 1 millimeter, and increase the distance between stitches. We follow 3 basic rules: stitch width, stitch distance, and knot tightening. Keep going. We look at how the keyhole is shaping. At first glance, it might seem uneven. For this, we will form it one more time after finishing the buttonhole. Make the buttonhole to the end. At the end, we need to make a tuck. To do this, we make 3 hinged loops that should fix the gimp. On hinged loops, do the twist stitches. Make it from the loop to the gimp. Stack them next to each other so that it turns out to be a dense tuck. We made a tuck. Put the thread inside out of the hole. Then we need to cut off the gimp. For this, we stretch it well and cut it off. We fill the ends of the gimp into the tuck. We cut off the end of the thread too. The buttonhole is ready. We need to form one keyhole shape. For this, we will use an awl. Clamp the loop and spread the hole, giving it the desired shape. Our buttonhole is ready. Once again, I draw your attention. I did it with the contrasting thread and gimp. When the color of the thread, gimp and fabric coincide, everything turns out to be same shades and structures. on the wrong side, the loop doesn't look much worse, but experienced customers determine hand-sewn buttonholes just from the wrong side. I recommend making one buttonhole a day, and in 2 weeks you will be perfect. I thank you everyone who attended the masterclass. I hope you liked it, and it will help you achieve new level of tailoring. You will find more tailoring experience in my author's Men's Bespoke Trouser Making course. The link is under the video. See you again!